Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So it is 12 o'clock. I got this in the mail about 9:30. So I got up, ran some errands, and I was like, you know what, I'm getting this video filmed today because number one, I'm super excited about this because if you don't know, you now know that I love Jaclyn Hill and I support her regardless of all her little mistakes, bumps, humps, jumpity jumps. So, you know, when she was coming out with her volume 2, I was super stoked and I just had to get it. So here it is. If you know me, you know that when I get a palette, the first thing I do is open the bad boy up and just stare at it for about 10 minutes. So let's go. Look at that. Ooh. So that is the volume 2 and here is the regular original Jaclyn Hill palette. We're just gonna go ahead and start playing because if I'm being honest, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm here for. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. This concealer is honestly the best concealer of all freaking time. I'm just using a Morphe. I think this is an E5. My experience with Morphe palettes, any palettes actually, is always start with the darker shade. So if I'm gonna go in with a purple, I'm gonna start with that purple and then I'm gonna blend it out with a lighter purple. So I don't know what I'm gonna use. I haven't really been seeing any of the other people's looks. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Crazy and I'm gonna go ahead and just take that here and just pack it on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a smaller brush. I'm gonna mix Dance Party and NYX just because Dance Party is too bright and NYX is a little too dark for me. You just wanna tap outer area to blend it up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Heart On. We're gonna definitely bring that up. I'm gonna go back in with Crazy and just try to bring that up a little as well. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Certified, which is the white shade in the palette. Okay, so I haven't quite figured out what I wanna do with the lid area. So I just wanna look forward. And then bring this down. I'll go ahead and go on my finger and kind of pull that in. Like so, and then we're gonna go ahead and go in with the shade A Moment right here and just kind of put that on my eyelid. First we're gonna go in with just a brush there is a lot of fallout with A Moment. But it could be my fault because I was rubbing in that for a second. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the dark shade. I don't really like how dark it is. So I'm probably going to go over the center of it with a little bit of a brighter shade. So I'm going to go in with I'm In It, which is the second shade in the palette. And I'm going to go ahead and just tap that up at the top and down the center. So that did turn out very beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean out the fallout because there is more fallout with the shimmer shade in the palette. So for this eye, I do want to do something a little more natural. That way I can show you what you can get out of this palette. It's not all bright color, crazy colors. All right, so with this look, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the shade Homebody, which is this camel shade right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that right here to the outer crease. And I only want to bring it in about halfway. And it's pretty much blending itself out, which I really like that. It's literally, if you wanted to, you could do this shade by itself, literally. It's blending out so good right now. I'm shook. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Comfort Zone right here. And this is when we're gonna pull it in more. I'm trying to do like a softer, more sultry look with this one, with this side of the palette. Because, you know, hello. I want to show you that you can get two looks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with G Money, which is a very darker camel shade. I feel like what this palette is lacking is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a brown, a dark brown kind of. I always look for one palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take my finger and we're going to just start from out here and bring it in. That shade is very beautiful. So I'm going to go in with this brush, G something from Morphe, and I'm going to go in with Temptation, which is the black in the palette. And we're going to see if we can't do like a little smoky liner stitch going on here. You don't have to worry about it being perfect because I'm going to go in and clean it up. So fallout doesn't really bother me because I don't ever do my foundation first. So what I'm going to do now is pop on some lashes. Alright y'all, so I've got the lashes on. As you can see, they're two different pairs of lashes for two different pairs of looks. I did this eyebrow more dramatic and this eyebrow more feathery, kind of like I would normally do this eyebrow if I was wearing a look sultry like this. So we're gonna go ahead and do our foundation really quick. For this side I'm gonna do something super light, airy, cute, and for this side we're gonna do something super beat. Medium beige for both sides. So as you can tell, this one more full coverage, this one not so full coverage. The Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced, and we're just gonna bronze up the face, give it a little bit of color because as you can tell, we looking white. Blush Duo. I'm gonna take the same brush I used for my bronzer and just pop that right here. And this is going to complement that very well. Now for my nose, I'm going to contour both sides the way I would contour if this was a glam or wasn't a glam look, just because I always like for my nose to be contoured. So there's that for the nose. Hello, are you going to bring me back to life? We're just going to go ahead and bronze up these cheeks. Highlight, we're going to go in with Strictly from the Fenty highlighter, and we're going to go in with this one, which is Hustler Baby, and we're going to highlight them cheeks. So for the under eyes on this side, we're going to go in with Crazy, and we're just going to pack that towards the lower lash line. This is going to be very hard to get on camera just because we all know that face that I make. We love that face. I'm strictly going to go in with G Money and Homebody, which are the same shades we used. That's what the eyes look like so far. Honestly, I love the way they look. Two different styles, but like honestly, both of them are beautiful. Since we have so much going on both of the eyes, you know, we have like a very sultry but beautiful dramatic look over here, and then we have a very dramatic colorful look over here. I'm gonna strictly just line my lips with NYX Coffee and put a little gloss on. I guess I'll just wear this one. This is the Dominique Cosmetics gloss.
I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face to kind of give it a little bit of hydration. Oh, that feels so good.
Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I did one eye very glam, or actually I did one side very glam extraness, and I did one side very sultry, sexy. Both are very sexy, but this side is more sultry, sexy. You know, I want to be a little classy, and this side over here is like I'm coming for your man, your uncle, your daddy, all your family. So both of these looks were created strictly with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. So all in all, I really did like the palette. I feel like this palette is better than any of Jaclyn's other palettes, so I do recommend you to get it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think any of her palettes with Morphe are going anywhere. She's like the #1 top selling influencer with Morphe. So I expect more collabs, more Jaclyn Hill X Morphes. So yeah, I love it, and I'm super excited that I got my hands on it and got to show you guys my thoughts on it.